Hello, Capricorn. This is your reading for the week of October 13th, or whenever it resonates. And this will be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or just a lot of Capricorn in your chart. So here's the thing. I see you sewing a cap, and it's a very fine wool cap, and it's like one of the old cheese cutter caps, that comes to a peak in the front, and it's got kind of a wedge shape. And so the relevance of the cap, there are several things. One is that it's a beautiful, beautiful wool you're sewing. It's really quality. And you're sewing it so that your stitches are even and well placed, and it's a solid cap. And it's the kind of cap that is tailored exactly to your head, because you're deciding exactly what it is. The fit, the material, everything. You can adjust it as you sew, and you're making it quality. Now, the relevance of the cheese cutter cap. The interesting thing about the cheese cutter cap is historically it was something that was not only a workman's cap, but it was also something that was considered quite high-class elegant as well. So the kind of thing you would see in the British Isles, country gentlemen out, shooting ducks or whatever they did, I don't know, wearing caps. So this cap is versatile, in other words. It can span work, it can span casual, leisure, upper class, middle class. It's really about something that has a full range of use. Now, it's also solid. It's not something that's going to fly off in the wind, because it's really structured. It's made of pieces, and it's sewn together in a structured way. This is important, they're saying, because what they're telling me is you are making your own new hat. You are putting on a new hat, but you are deciding what parts of you, I love this, what parts of you are going into this hat that you're making. It's the fabric, it's the kind of stitch, it's the way it's the you that is represented in each one of these structured pieces that create this new cap that you're wearing. Why is this relevant? This is relevant because this is an outdoor cap, and because what you're doing is you're putting it on to go on an adventure. Now, two things happen. They both from the realm of fantasy. One is I started hearing the song from Frozen, Let It Go, Let It Go. This is not, however, about you freezing everybody and everything and taking off into the wild so that you can live a frozen life. This is about you letting yourself be who you are. Let go of whatever is holding you back from being who you can be when you focus on your best self. What does that mean, focus on your best self? Your best self is the self that gives yourself self permission to go on an adventure. The next thing that I saw was Bilbo Baggins heading off on his adventure, leaving the Shire, the Hobbit, right? Leaving the Shire, not wanting to go because he feels like it's dangerous, but at the same time, all of a sudden, he can't stop himself from going. There's something in him that is bigger than his fear. And he takes off and he enjoys them, and he has the adventure of a lifetime. And he brings back a ton of gold on top of it. Now, the card that you're getting here, the first cards that you're getting are saying to me, it's time to let the past go. You've got remorse and guilt. You've got childhood, a card that represents childhood. You've got a card that represents service. And for this, what I would say is, dear Capricorns, whatever it is that it feels to me like there's a heavy energy with you as you're looking back over the past. And that whether there's remorse or guilt, or whether or not there's just a sense of maybe a burden of needing to serve, needing to work, needing to be a certain way, which would kind of make sense in a way with a workman's cap, except you're redesigning yours, is that you've in some ways let yourself not really tune into the essential nature of your power. You have seen a lot of your power coming from your personality, from your abilities to do things and get things done and stay focused and organized. But the power that is you, your spiritual self, that personal identity, that spiritual identity that has just been waiting to come out for many of you, or has just started to be in the process of it. What I feel now is you're doing is you've been building and constructing this hat that you can wear and take in any situation, because it's you. It's you. It's you. It's not a hat that you're putting on to fulfill a specific role for anybody else. This is your hat. You've put all the pieces, all the different kinds of energy into it. That is you, that has come from a lifetime of experiences that you needed in order to be able to come into this rounded being now that you are going to take out into the world. Capricorn, this feels to me as though you are shifting gears. And as I was saying that, it's like I literally see shifting gears. And I don't drive a stick shift, so I don't really know what the numbers mean, but you're going up. You're shifting the gears so that you can go a lot faster and a lot farther faster. And there's a real nice rev in the engine where it's like, you know how on shows when you hear them going vroom, 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 it's like you're getting ready to take off. And that's what it feels like. Now, whatever has held you back might come up as a process of choosing to step forward, because it's what was the Hobbit? What was the story of the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings? And what are, the many of these, good versus evil things? They're the quest. They're the knightly quest. They're the quest of the hero who goes into battle or into difficult situations, dangerous situations, and only by being in the situations do they grow into being the hero. They don't start out as the hero. It's the journey. What is it? The Hero of a Thousand Faces by Joseph Campbell. It is the journey that you take that actually creates develops one into who they are meant to be, because it kind of just rubs off all the things. They get to work through whatever is holding them back or whatever fears they have. And by doing that, then they clear personality element and they become more than they were. Well, in this case, what's happening for you, my loves, is that you are becoming who you've always meant to be, who you were always meant to be. And we can say that about all humans taking this journey, this journey of growth. For you, what it feels like is it's this moment of somebody's unlocking the vault, and it's you, or unlocking the gate, and you're ready to step out, because now you have all the pieces that allow you to trust that you have what it takes to face what comes up, and that it's not just about being courageous. There is a quality about it that is curious. It's not based in competition. You're leading with an energy that is kind. You're leading with an energy that is something beyond just service of people. It's an energy that is, how can I describe this in a way that will make sense? It's an energy that by its nature creates cooperation, because there is an innocent quality of discovery about it and a good intention about it. It's not coming out of fear. It's coming out of a quality of curiosity and a quality of willingness to discover. Not the need to be right all the time, but the willingness to be open and to be vulnerable and to question and to get to know yourself and others through this journey. This feels really, really powerful. And again, choose. You've got the choose card here, which is, you're starting to be able to let yourself make choices. And to encourage you on this path, one of the exercises that you can do is to start making choices about small things, so that you get a sense of when it's a good choice for you and it's not a good choice for you. So a classic example I typically use is Do you want to go to the movies tonight? Yeah, sure. Oh, as opposed to, yeah, sure. Check in. Do you really want to go to the movies? Or do you want to stay home and read a book? Or would you rather just go out to dinner and talk? Let yourself run by those things instead of just going, oh, yeah, sure, because it's the first thing. Check in with what your choice really is. So you can say, yes, I'd like to go to a movie. And then go, oh, wait, as I say that, I realize my energy isn't really pulling me in that direction. What would I like instead? Oh, I just feel like being cozy at home with a nice cup of tea or a glass of wine and just a good book and maybe a conversation, like something like that. Do I want Thai food, or do you? What kind of food do you want to order in tonight? Just don't say whatever you want. Say, make a choice. I think I'd like Lebanese food. No, as I say that, I think I'd really rather have Thai food. And so you start getting a sense when you make a choice, you can use that moment to pause and let yourself really question in that moment, how does it feel when I reflect that choice against my body and my heart and my quiet self as opposed to what I think somebody else might want? Okay? This is important for you, Capricorn, because this is one of the things that you can really use to keep getting in touch with your heart, with your feelings in a way where you organically make the choice as opposed to having to sort through them all the time and read and analyze everything. Okay? Now, again, this is important. Choose. You also get I really like. So this is something that for you, I would say, is kind of a pivotal point in terms of creating your hat. So some of you are still creating your hat. Some of you have already created. But for those of you who are in the process of creating your new hat, it is check in with what you really like. Choose the things that you want to bring with you that have a positive effect on you, that create a sense of feeling calm or feeling joyful or really, really comfortably excited or really curious in a fun kind of way, a curious in a kind way. Not curious as in, oh, I really wonder what's going on there, but curious as in, I wonder. Opening up to wonder. Okay? And your intuition is something that will open up as you do this. So what you're being encouraged to do is to act as though intuition is actually happening for you. And you can use that feeling that I was describing in terms of the choices that you make. And you can use that to determine whether or not your intuition is on or off. You'll get a feeling of when your intuition is on or off, when you allow yourself to slow down and check in with what that thought feels like. Okay? Again, is it something that creates a sense of expansion, a sense of grounding, alignment? Or is it something like, do you feel it kind of grounding your entire body? There are many different ways to start playing with it, but for you, intuition really ideally is a big part of what the CAP is about, okay? And that it is time for you to enjoy yourself, to have pleasure. You do not have to be struggling in order to achieve things and move forward. This pleasure, this curiosity, this wonderment, this sense of letting go of the past and letting yourself be fully who you are. Pleasure is something that has often been maligned as something that will take us off track from our spiritual purpose, whereas when it is genuine, heartfelt pleasure, it really does lead us in a direction towards wholeness and goodness. It's definitely a high frequency. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that, Capricorn. It looks like you are going on a journey and getting ready for it with your new hat. I'm going to leave you with that. Take care, Capricorn.